Kamus Leonardo, this the intro. This is just the intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kickback at DAMES with our very first official episode. We have a special guest, and before we even introduce this special guest, let's pop some big bottles. We drink cheap champagne over here. But while I get this right...
Only the cheap shit.
Only the cheap shit. It's the lush life, nigga.
Period.
So, with that being said, please introduce yourself to the people. Let us know who you are.
My name is Sunny Bad, Lil Sunny, the new Supreme, born and raised in North Carolina.
Carolina, baby. Okay, I like it. So, whenever I start my podcast, I always have 3 questions. The 3 questions are, who are you? Mm-hmm. What do you do? Mm-hmm. And why do you do it? Mm-hmm. Talk to me.
Who am I? I am a recording artist, a singer, a songwriter, a producer, just an all-around creative person. I do a lot of shit.
I like it.
But outside of my career, I would say that I am very resilient, very serious at times, but also like goofy as hell.
Okay. So it's a lot of sides to you, right?
Yeah.
So with everything that you do, why do you do it?
Why do I do it?
Yeah.
Why do I do it?
Mm-hmm.
Who else is gonna do it? No, I'm just playing.
Straight to the point. I mean, that's straight to the point.
Because sometimes I feel like when it comes to like being creative and like music and shit, I feel that's the only thing that I'm good at, if that makes sense. And
do you
so
feel
it
like
makes me feel like I don't have any other options but to do music, which is why I've always found myself just doing it.
It's all or nothing.
Yeah.
I feel that. I like that. Straight to the point, but also very versatile. So it's a lot of layers to you. We're going to peel those layers soon. Let's talk about, from your point of view, how we first met.
How we first met. We met at work. We weren't really like acquainted at first until we went to like hang out with each other. It was a whole group of us.
Did you come to the house first, or did we hang out all like at a bar or something?
Like our first initial hangout was at the house.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And we were just like, hey, like, what's up? Nothing serious. And can I tell it?
I already know what you was about to say, because I was about to say that shit too. Like, I cut the shit. Like, let's get to the nitty gritty. Full disclaimer, y'all. She's giving y'all the rated G version. When this motherfucker came up to me, she said, "You got a fat ass."
That's not what I was gonna say.
But it's the truth.
It is the truth.
She said, "You got a fat ass." I said, "What?" I felt vulnerable. I didn't know what to do.
You have a big butt.
I felt vulnerable. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? But go ahead. Say what you were going to say.
I felt like he kind of like me saying that kind of like knocked any type of like,
oh, for sure,
you know, like
for sure,
uncomfortableness,
yeah, for sure,
off the table for us,
yeah,
which is kind of like our relationship is super goofy,
yeah, but we still can get serious too,
right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that just caught him off guard, and probably because I had like a crush on him initially, and
what can I say?
I felt like me saying that was like me trying to make conversation with you, and I fucked up.
The roles were
big
reversed.
Fucking time.
Yeah, I was the submissive one. Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
But then I was like, oh no, he cool. Like that's my brother.
Yeah. I didn't react like mad like a regular cis heterosexual male would.
Yeah.
I'm very comfortable in my skin, so I was able to kind of like not take it personal to where I'm like, what the fuck? You feel
right.
me? I was just like, oh, okay, thank you, but
right.
No thank you.
And it didn't really matter to me at the time because I didn't really care if I had men in my life or not. You feel me? So I didn't really care.
Facts.
Regardless of what I said.
Facts.
But I can take into initiative if I made somebody feel uncomfortable. That's different. But I still wouldn't give a fuck. But yeah, at the party, we was sharing each other's music, and like we was really like vibing with each other, and like found that we had a lot of things in common. And our conversation got like super deep, like
Out of nowhere.
yeah, it just got super deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just fucked with you. Like I really felt like you were a genuine, interesting person to talk to be around and shit. So
That's love.
yeah.
I genuinely
And
appreciate
all of
that.
our friendships have like ups and downs and shit. But
Oh,
like,
for sure. But we all stuck it out with one another. Maybe not
Right.
all. But
Oh,
the
shit.
core definitely stuck it out with each other. So, with that being said, that was beautiful words. I genuinely appreciate that. As y'all can
Period.
see, this is my sister. We dropped a bomb-ass video on y'all niggas called Lush.
Who are you, nigga? I'm that nigga in the coupe, got him sick, drinking soup, just like Biggie said, bitch, give me all the loot.
I'm that bitch in the Benz, turn it up with my friends, and I stay on 10, bitch.
Bring them in to how that shit started.
So
That
I'll
shit-
give you my perspective.
when you pulled up. Give us your perspective.
So Damien had been trying to get me on a song. I knew that he wanted me to be on a song on his album. He just hadn't had anything like to
Ready.
put me on. The stuff that I heard before, I was like, this some crazy shit. And I remember that was a song that I actually wanted to get on, and
Yeah.
you was like,
I was like, nah.
you said something along the lines, and I'm like,
Nah.
did he just tell me no?
Yeah.
And
I did. I do that.
Listening to the stuff that he had already had, I knew that whatever he was going to put me on was going to be amazing. But the way that it came about was so crazy because, like,
Organic.
it was super organic. You feel me? Not talking about your perspective of it, because you can say that if you want to.
Go ahead.
But I didn't have any expectations. But when I walked into the studio, I later found that my expectations were exceeded because I was in the moment. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I did my thing, and then I was like, "Oh shit! Like this is crazy. Like this is a insane record." But you know me, I already know when some shit is hot,
For sure.
which is why I like could easily write to the record. He called me. It was, I don't know. It was not late. It was like maybe 10ish,
Yeah.
and I had been out all day drinking and shit.
Yeah. Sorry.
And I hate you. He called me. He was like, "Oh, can you come to the studio?" I'm like, "Sure." I'm high as hell. I've been drinking. Like, sure, whatever. Not thinking that I was gonna do anything, but I came anyway. And he let me hit a record, and I immediately started writing to the record.
You finished that shit in like 5 minutes.
It was about 5-10 minutes that I
Yeah,
finished
5-10.
the entire thing.
Yeah.
And then you told me that we were doing a video.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay. Because you know me, like, I barely have any videos on my music because I'm just so, like,
Same.
articulate about stuff. And I want it to
Perfectionist.
look, yeah.
Yeah.
But when I got a sense of, like, what was going on and what was happening and how it was going to happen and seeing everybody, like, come together to, like, put the vision in front of us, I was like, okay, this is about to be another good thing. And the whole thing was just super inspiring. Watching you make this project was inspiring because you're taking it so serious, you know, and it shows. And
Sure.
I tell you this all the time, like, this is some of the best music you've ever made. You feel
Thank
me?
you.
And so, yeah, I felt super honored to be a part of it. And I felt like I deserved the moment, you feel me?
For sure.
Like,
all the work you put
even
in.
though it was your song in your video, like, you made me feel like I deserved that. You
You
feel
did.
me? Can I cuss on here?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Not every nigga is gonna do that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because niggas be claiming that they real, but they really don't be doing real nigga shit.
Oh God.
Period.
Oh God.
It's just a story that, like, I will never forget when I do make it big, and I can look back on my brother and be like, oh damn, he did that for me. You feel me?
For sure. That's love.
Yeah.
And for those of you who've seen it, y'all already seen it. But for those of you who haven't seen it, structurally, the video was based for Sunny to be the climax.
But you told me after the fact.
Right. And she didn't even know.
Because I would have freaked if he said that. Because it would have, like, I feel like it would have
Pressure.
put me on a pedestal. Yeah.
Yeah. So she just came into it just like, all right, let's get it. We was just both in the zone, ready. But in the video,
and you had more fucking scenes than me, so I'm thinking I'm doing my shit. I'm thinking, oh shit, like I'm done.
yeah, nah.
So I didn't think that me being a part of it was as big as it actually was.
Yeah,
But
for sure,
yeah,
for sure. And like in the video, there was a reason why the Lambo wasn't introduced until your part.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's just kind of like, you feel me? But check out Lush. It's on all streaming platforms featuring my sis Sunny.
Period.
It's on YouTube. You can check out the music video. Let's get them views up, man. Let's show them real art and real artists.
Yes.
Boom. Talked about Lush. We talked about who you are. We talked about what you do and why you do it.
Mm-hmm.
What is the origin of Sunny? How did this all start when it came to your calling? Like, when was that moment you knew this is what I'm here to do?
Well, I always knew that I wanted to do music, like when I was a little kid. But I knew that I could be on like a next level of superstardom or whatever when I recorded Sex on the Brain.
Sex on the Brain? And that was off the album Sexuality, right?
Yeah, that was on my first album. Because the initial song that I put out, which was Real Thing, I tried to pitch it to an artist. I won't say her name.
Safe Space.
Nah, I'm not going to say it.
Okay. I tried, y'all. My bad.
I tried to pitch it to her. She said no. And so I kept the record and I put that out for my first single, but it wasn't a record that I thought was for me. So I didn't think that, like, I didn't see the potential in the record for me like I saw it in somebody else. I felt like somebody else could carry the record better than me, and I still do to this day. Yeah. I couldn't just throw the record away. So I ended up putting it out for my first single. But in the process of making those albums, Sex on the Brain was and still is one of the best songs I've ever produced and written. Because the dynamics, the lyrics, the cadence, how euphoric it is, like with every listen, one of my best songs. I'm not even like exaggerating right now. It's just a really good song. And
make sure y'all stream that Sex on the Brain by Sunny.
I can't. Yeah, so I was like, it put me listening and making that song. Not only was it therapeutic because I was like in a very depressive state when I was making that album, and I was in the house for like maybe 6 months and I didn't leave while I was making that whole entire record. This was like months before I met you. And that summer, you know, I released it because I let you listen to it. Yeah. But it just put me in a space that allowed me to escape. Right. And envision me on stage with a bunch of fans screaming my lyrics. And I like when my music makes me feel like that because it makes me feel like I'm doing something right and I'm actually, and that I can actually do it, you know? So, yeah.
Okay. I like that. How do you feel about where the industry is today as far as things like perpetuated stereotypes, what's marketable, you know what I mean? Things of that nature. How do you feel about that being the artist you are?
I think the industry is very anti-Black.
Yeah.
I think the industry is very anti-Black in every sense of the word, whether it's somebody being Black or somebody being gay or trans, fat, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Like, I think that it all perpetuates anti-Blackness because of the oversaturation of white artists and artists that take from other Black artists. Right. So
exploiting our shit for their gain.
Right. And so I think that the state of the music industry is like crippling. And I think that like it's only left people to dig back into like old songs, which is why you keep hearing songs get remade or sampled and shit like that. Like a lot of people, many artists that are being pushed are not making original music. I'm talking about like the big artists. There are artists that are making original music. Like, I really like Snow Allegra. I really like, what's his name? I like Snow Allegra. I like, it's a handful of artists that I really like. I like her. I like her. Even though her has like samples some other stuff, I do think that she makes like really good original music and also listen to a lot of different music. But
so with that being said, listening to different music, that really shows within your artistry, just being Sunny and how you create music and how you present it to the people and to the world, right? So being a versatile, unique artist like yourself, who would you say inspires you to do what it is that you do?
like artist wise,
Artists, people, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to just be in the realm of artists, just whoever it is that inspires you within your artistry.
gotcha. Well, obviously it was my mom first, because my mom took me to like recording sessions when I was younger, and my mom was in a band. She would take me to band practice. Like that's how I really got exposed to like instruments and stuff and like recording shit. Just seeing my mom like on stage and in the studio and shit, just it made me want. I was curious, and I probably didn't know that I could sing at the time or do anything creative like that. But I knew that I wanted to do what she was doing, and my mom gave up her dream of being a singer so she could raise me. So that made me want it even more. And then I started looking up to artists like Rihanna, and I really like Whitney Houston. I really like Sade, Lauryn Hill. Like those are the type of people that like
All different.
right.
Yeah.
And all of those people got played nonstop. Mary J. Blige,
For sure.
Tupac, Biggie,
For sure.
and then we got Journey, we got Sting. Just like very eclectic music going around. In my space, my grandfather was a jazz musician.
Oh, so it's in your blood.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was just like exposed to it a lot.
So your inspiration comes from your upbringing of just being around it and being exposed to it to where you know right then and there, like, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And going back to what you were saying about your mom, do you ever feel like a guilt in a sense of to where she couldn't do it because she had to raise you, but now you have the space to do it? Or is it more so inspiration?
I never felt guilty
That's good.
because I knew that my dreams were mine,
Got you.
and nothing or no one could take my dreams away from me.
Right.
Even though people tried, but on some real shit, because my mom didn't do it,
Yeah.
and she felt like she couldn't because she had to raise me, I sometimes found her projecting her guilt onto me. And it was that, and then also her being a mother. She just didn't want me to fail and didn't want me to get hurt because
So it's out of fear.
right, because she's seeing, what goes on and what's out in the world, and
sure.
seeing your child want to do all of this stuff. Like, of course you're going to support your child, which she did, but she also, like, I'm not going to lie, she held me back a little bit because of that fear of like her not getting it right and then thinking that I'm not going to get it right. You feel me?
Right.
And I just wish that my mom not necessarily like believed in me more, but like pushed me more. You feel me? To like go after my wildest dreams without like putting fear in me. It kind of confused me because she would take me on like, I did American Idol, I did America's Got Talent, X Factor, all of these shows,
Out here.
festivals and shit like that, competitions.
Out here.
And then when it get time for me to make music and go to the studio and travel and do all of this stuff, it's like, I don't want you to do it because I don't want you to fail and get hurt. So I had to heal from that, and I had to kind of, figure out a way to allow people to feel a way and have their opinion, but also hold my truth and what I want out of my life. You feel me? And protect that.
For sure.
So that it's not easy for people to like get in my mind and, try to tell me that I can't do what it is that I want to do. Because I know what it is I want to do, and I know that I'm capable of it, and I know that I have talent, and I know what it takes to.
Period. What advice would you give to people who are dealing with, it could be loved ones, it could be parents, it could be significant others, to move forward in what it is that they want to do when other people impose their insecurities onto them or you?
Right.
What advice would you give?
Never stop expressing yourself. Never stop expressing yourself, because there were times where like I felt like if I expressed myself, then people would judge me, or people would shun me, or people would like be negative, and that made me shut down. It made me not want to say anything at all, and I shouldn't feel that way ever, especially as a kid. And so I felt like if I stressed this to my parents, who are already trying to provide for me and do other things for me wanting to go to New York to record a song is not as important as them putting food on the table. You feel me? And so I felt like had I said anything, that would stress them out, and I often felt like that. And so I kind of like robbed myself of like opportunities sometimes, because I mean, I wouldn't not say anything about everything, but like there were some things that I did not say anything about. And so it's just like, express yourself, and don't be scared to express yourself, especially if it's something that you want. If you want it, like you gotta speak it out loud and speak it into existence. That's how things come to you.
Manifestation.
So that's definitely some advice. And just learning yourself, like kind of creating like self-awareness, like self-consciousness, and like finding out who you are, because like I'm super aware of myself, and you know who I am and what I do and what I like, what I don't like, what interests me and what scares me, what turns me away, like shit like that. Like those are things that you really got to know about yourself if you want to enter a space, a scary place like the music industry, because it's not a joke.
It's not.
Like you really got to know yourself.
Yeah.
So because it's going to be so many people telling you what to do, how to do it, what you can't do. Like, I'm a black trans woman. There's so many people that are telling me that I can't do what I want to do, which is be an artist.
That's right.
I can't just be an artist. I got to be black, and I got to be trans, and I got to be a woman, and I got to be this, and I got to be that. I'm just an artist.
Period. So with you being an artist, where are you at mentally right now? Like with being an artist, with being in a daily, everyday life, where are you at mentally?
I'm in a very optimistic space right
Elaborate.
now. I'm in a very optimistic space.
Optimistic.
I think that I mean, obviously, just like anybody else, there are days where I'm not confident and I'm not who I know. Like I don't feel like I am who I know I am. But I'm recognizing that that's normal and that's okay, because I'm human. I'm not a robot. But also, I think that optimism is like the optimism that I've been holding.
Yeah.
Is in a way, it's good for me, because like I have so much going on in the outside world. The only thing that I could like hold on when it comes to like my music and being creative and shit is hope. Like I can be confident in all the world, but there are still lingering thoughts that like, damn, this may not happen. And so I try to like push myself and push the thought to the front of my mind that like, no, it will happen. You know, shit takes time.
That's facts.
And things can happen, change in a second.
That's
you feel
facts.
me?
That's facts.
And I've gotten opportunities within the last year and a half. I'm about to do a show in Philly. I ain't even tell you.
Are you about to do a show in Philly? Talk about
Yeah.
it. Talk about it.
Yeah, I'm about to do a show in Philly, March 11th. I can't say too much about it, but
Okay.
I think this will be like one of the biggest shows I've done. And the pay.
Coins.
Period. And you know when
Coins.
when somebody books you and they pay you a certain amount, that's like that becomes your standard.
Yeah,
booking.
for sure.
So No, just feel like a real artist, and like those are moments that are like affirming to me because it's like, oh damn, the universe is still sending me opportunities. You feel me? And like just last week, I'm like, damn, like I haven't done a show in a minute. When I'm gonna do another show, and it's hard because I don't have a booking agent. I don't have an agent or a manager. You know, I'm doing this shit by myself.
Being an independent artist,
So.
Oh my gosh, that's another
But
conversation.
yeah, hope is it's just something that is dangerous, but it's necessary sometimes.
Worth the risk.
Yeah.
For sure. So what do you plan on performing at the show?
Definitely some new music.
New music? Okay.
Yeah, some stuff I'll let you listen to.
Okay.
And I don't know how many songs I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully a few, but I'm so excited to perform new music.
Yeah. So as far as new music that you plan on performing, what is it that you're working on now?
I am working on, I can actually say it.
Go ahead.
I'm working on
Exclusive.
I'm weak.
Southern Smoke.
I am working on another album.
New Trap.
It's called Pop Star Icon.
Pop star, okay.
Yeah, so it's the title from the songs that I put out last year.
Okay. I remember the freestyle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just really liked the song and I liked the name and I felt like I could do a lot with it, and I just made a lot of music around, you know, this new sound that I have with like rapping and stuff. Which people will get to hear more of.
More of the rapping?
It's rapping, but it's like, it's very like, it reminds me of like the girly version of Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like it's very like gangsta rap.
Okay.
Which I really love. Like I really love talking my shit, but it's still chilled at the same time, which I think makes it different because initially, like when you hear it, like you're not gonna always get all the lyrics like off rip.
Right.
But you're going to feel the song. You
For
feel
sure.
me?
So would you say this is going to provoke emotion?
Emotion of feeling like you are that bitch.
So it's like
Which is what a pop star icon should feel like. They should feel gangsta. They should feel like the boss.
That.
They should feel, you know, rich. And it's different from my last album in a sense. I think creatively, musically, that it's just different. Cause Blue Jeans was like it was R&B, but I was still playing it safe. You know, like I was still doing like typical R&B record, typical like rap record, and it was still good songs. But this is like very experimental, very experimental, and very like futuristic. I can't wait for y'all to. The intro is crazy. I haven't let you hear the intro.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
With your music, I've noticed how with Pop Star Icon, you want people to feel like they're the shit. They're just the confidence, the self-actualization, like that spiritual feel of knowing your worth. We all know the price to shit, but do we know the worth? You know what I mean? Just as you're able to give that to others, do you get that yourself from your music?
Yeah. I find myself listening to my music all the time. And I feel like if I didn't do that, then I don't really like my music. And I don't really fuck with my shit. You gotta fuck with your shit before you want somebody else to fuck with your shit. You feel me?
Facts.
And even though some artists don't think like that, some artists be paying their songs dust and then they blow up. But I personally like my music, and I think that listening to my music makes me grow because it's like, damn, how can I do this better? Or, you know, how can I, you know, level up? How can I be different from this?
Right.
You know, it makes me discover new things about myself. Even on days that I'm not confident, I listen to my music to make me confident. And I fuck with that. So
it's like affirmations in a sense.
Right. And people can say, oh, you talk about shit that you don't live. Look.
It's called manifestation.
I'm living it.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Universe ain't catch up yet.
Period.
Yeah, and people don't understand the true power and shit like that, because within your lyrics, one thing I've noticed is you say I a lot, right? But what people don't understand, well, when they like outside looking in, they're automatically going to assume like, oh, you talk about yourself, or oh, da 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 da, right? But what people don't realize is that the subconscious affirmations that comes with that. So when people repeat and chant your lyrics, as you're saying I, they're saying I. So when you're saying I'm that bitch, I'm like I'm the realest alive or whatever, they're saying that. So even if on a conscious level they're reciting your lyrics, on a subconscious level, your brain is taking that in and saying, I'm that bitch.
Yeah.
I'm that nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's powerful. A lot of people don't understand the spiritual aspect when it comes to music. And that's what I wanted to ask you, like, because we did touch on it a little bit, but I wanted to tap into it a little bit more. Do you feel like with your music, there's a spiritual connection with it?
Yes. And it don't have to be like a deep song.
Right.
It can just be the energy between, you know, me and the music. Because like I'm so into it and I'm putting my all into it. It puts me in a space that allows me to escape. So like when I'm listening to my shit, it's like I'm envisioning my ass in fucking Belize on a fucking boat, you know, singing the lyrics and
A
shit
paddle
like
boat
that.
or a yacht?
I'm gonna kick your ass. A fucking paddle boat. You're dumb.
At least I ain't say a floaty, yo. Like, nah, but go ahead.
The budget is low.
Right. We balling on a budget over here, man.
25 cents for the video. That's all
God.
you get.
Oh God.
But I definitely have always felt like that. I feel like that with this music. I feel like it's very special, like the new music that I'm working on, because it's just that affirmation feeling, you know, that like I do want to be a pop star. I don't hide that. I do want to be an icon, you know, and like in order to be something like that, that big, that huge, you have to feel it. And I think that like you're gonna feel it in the music. And I remember playing it for I played it a little bit on Clubhouse, and which I'm gonna stop doing. And after the song was done, nobody said nothing. It was just silent. It was just like nothing. They didn't give me no feedback. They was just like, it's a dope song. I feel like my music is digestible, but it don't digest the first time you get it, which is weird to me, you know? Like,
what do you mean?
because I know that people fuck with my music, but like sometimes like I don't know if it's like my voice or like if it's the music itself or like if people can't tell what the fuck I'm saying. But like more people come back to me and be like, oh, like I fuck with this song. You know, I listen to the song again, I fuck with it. As opposed to like
saying it right then and there.
Yeah. And that happens a lot with my music.
That's strange.
Very strange.
That's strange. Because it's like you want to try and decipher it, but it's so subjective. You don't know, because people are
what
different.
People are thinking.
Yeah, because some people could be intimidated.
Yeah.
Some people can probably not like it and then say something nice.
Right.
Some people can be like, you know what I mean? It's just,
Right.
it's a lot. So it's
Right.
hard to decipher who's thinking what. And then as artists, we're very sensitive about our shit.
Right.
So if you're in that situation where you present your art and there's no feedback and it's just silence, you're going to feel away.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So
I think altogether, my image, the music, everything is just, I wouldn't say I'm not palatable, but I think that it just takes time for people to digest all of who I am artistically. And that's okay. You know, I'm not trying to force anything down anybody's throat, period. I want people to discover me. I want people to come to me and, you know, be like, I fuck with your music. You know, I fuck with that show, you feel me? And like,
and they do.
And grow with me as an artist, you know?
They do, but it's like you said, it's just weird on how they deliver that message.
I mean, well, some people are like that because like, you know trends, like, and how people be fucking with trends. People won't fuck with something until like, it's that one person to be like, oh, that's a hit. Oh, this person
Until
is
everybody
dope.
else fuck with it.
Exactly.
Got you. Yeah.
So,
yeah,
like, there
yeah.
might be people that actually, that I never knew fuck with my music,
And that's usually
that
how
won't
it goes.
say it until that one person say it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's usually how it goes.
And which is totally fine.
Mhm.
Which is totally fine. I
'Cause
don't.
that goes back to that like you were saying, just being comfortable in your skin,
Right.
and having the confidence of knowing that these things may happen, but if it's going to take time for them to digest it, you have to keep going. You
Right.
got to stay consistent,
Right.
because if you let that get to you,
But I don't rely on that, though. I appreciate people who listen to me as an artist, who take the time out to, like, learn who I am and learn my craft and shit like that. But I don't rely on that. What I rely on is myself, because I'm putting the music out into the world. I'm the creative. You feel me? And although I want to make music, you know, eventually like a living, like something that I do every day for a living, I still make music for me. So if I don't like it, and if I don't check yes off in the box, then I'm never going to sign off on it. You feel me? And so why would I sign off on something that I don't believe in? I would never shove that down people's throats. And that's why a lot of artists be fucked up in this industry, because they're letting people write their stories for them.
talk about it.
They're letting people write their stories for them. They're letting people paint the image, the everything.
Church.
A lot of these artists don't have no creative freedom.
Preach.
It don't matter what they post on Instagram. They really don't have no creative freedom,
Ism.
especially under these fucking labels.
God.
And it's some artists that aren't on labels that just want to make it in the industry and want to have a hit. So they emulating other big artists and don't even have any type of uniqueness about them, because they
Facts.
just trying to be the next J. Cole
Facts.
or the next Beyonce
Facts.
or the next fucking Miley Cyrus,
Fuck.
aka Charlie D'Amelio. That's another thing. This TikTok shit,
That's a whole nother world.
it really is. And I
That
just,
is a literal
we are
world.
not here for it.
No.
And you know, I don't know if you saw it, but the Adele interview on Apple,
Yeah.
and she brought up the fact that, like, her label said something about, you know, TikTok or whatever.
She went with that shit.
And she was not with it.
And
And
look at her.
I really fuck with that, because, like, she said, if people are making, you know, music for the TikTok generation, who's making music for my generation? And I
Hold
felt that.
on. Say that again.
She said, if people are making music for the TikTok generation, who's making music for my generation? She felt like she had a duty to continue doing what she's doing. She don't need, obviously it's Adele, she don't need TikTok. Even if an artist put shit on TikTok, if they're not a TikTok artist, they're not a TikTok artist. You feel me? I'm not a TikTok artist. I don't make songs to blow up on fucking TikTok. You feel me? And that's what a lot of artists are doing these days now. Like everybody just want to go viral, but viral is not forever.
You can be famous. and still broke.
Going viral is a moment.
That's
You
it.
feel me?
That's
And
it.
that's all it is.
That's it.
Like, I want to be able to have a catalog that you can reach into and play 20 years from now. You feel me? That's what I want.
Preach.
I'm not fucking with no TikTok shit.
Preach.
That's
That's
TikTok
free
is
game.
fun and cool and all, but yeah, no.
That's free game. And
I'm
usually,
not no fucking TikTok artist.
look, y'all, the game is sold separately, but that's some free game right there. And like, when you really think about it, the artists who are still here, who are successful, are themselves.
Right.
You know what I mean? The artists who felt like they had to be a duplicate had moments.
Right.
You feel me? But they're not here.
Right.
And at the end of the day, which is full circle on what you were saying earlier, that really comes with the awareness, with the self-love, with those conversations you have to have with yourself of sitting down with your fears, sitting down with the doubts, sitting down with that side of you to where you know with the yin and yang, you got the light, you got the darkness. You know what I mean? You got to combine both. And a lot of times people get it confused because they see people have these moments. It doesn't last.
Right.
And a lot of the times, bro, people don't understand, regardless of the music industry, that shit does not last forever, yo. That shit does not last forever. And what I mean by that is, like, let's talk about, let's use Sade for an example.
Mm-hmm.
She's not active
At all.
but her music still stands with the time.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to be active and on the scene. And
Yeah.
you see people who are like old as hell, still trying to be young, still trying to do all this extra shit, and y'all ain't got to do that, bro.
Right.
Like, you really can just be yourself. You just have to understand that it's going to take longer. And are you willing to sustain that? Because as you said earlier, the risk is worth the reward.
Right.
You feel me? And that's why I appreciate you as an artist, because you see how many people are taking the routes that they take, but you've always decided to either go left, right, diagonal, down, up. It don't matter. But you see what's going on and you say, you know what? I'm going to just be over here. And one thing I've noticed about you, and just even myself, that I took from you, is that it's a saying, to kind of break it down in simpler terms: 4 quarters is more valuable than 100 pennies.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
So
No, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
I really do.
And that's just some real shit. Like, y'all got to stop focusing on people who don't support you. Y'all got to stop thinking everybody hating on you. Y'all got to stop thinking like people don't fuck with you. It's not that. Your perception is off. You got to focus on, if you make a post and you get that one like, nigga, cater to that one person that liked the shit.
Period.
It don't matter who
Period.
the fuck it is. Like, if it's that one person that liked it, my nigga, see who that is, talk to them, reach out to them, show them your appreciation and gratitude. That one person can spread the word about
what
you.
we talking about? Community.
Community over popularity, nigga. That's my
Period.
thing, and that's facts, bro.
Period.
That is facts. Community over popularity.
Because y'all really be niggas really be shitting on the people that be helping them. That be fucking helping them and be paying them dust. And it's like, you can't do that. You cannot do that.
You can't.
Because y'all, everybody trying to climb to the top to get to fucking Clive fucking Davis. Somebody that's unreachable. That nigga don't know who you are.
For those of y'all who don't know, Sonny is a fucking grandma at heart. She says the most.
Bitch, Clive don't even know who you are, ho, and you trying to claw at his motherfucking old ass.
You just like
Clive,
motherfucker. You just like motherfucker to say who
love
shot
you.
John.
I love you, Clive Davis. I'm sorry. Let me shut up before I get shunned up, blackballed, before I even fucking make it, bitch. But
With all that being said, sis.
that's why you can't give Virgos the mic.
Oh God. But this is what it's about, yo. This is what it's about. This is about building a safe space for artists like us to come and be treated as such. You know what I mean? We always get the butt end of the stick. We don't have that many platforms to where we can be respected and treated with the utmost respect. You know what I mean?
Right.
Regardless if you're considered popping or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, the objective for Kickback at Dames is to give us a platform to control our narratives and not feel the need to have to wait on other platforms and wait on other people. Because just as you said, the same motherfuckers that we waiting on, they're waiting on the other people that they look up to validate you. Ain't no telling how long you're going to be waiting on that, and how much content, how much growth, how much whatever in that time or that time span from then and now. Right. So at the end of the day, I want to ask this. What advice would you give to your younger self, to who you are now?
I would tell my younger self to believe in myself more. I would really tell my younger self to believe in myself more, because I feel like I spent a lot of my younger years contemplating and like weighing my options, and I never needed to do that. You feel me? Because my only option for me, and still is at the age of 25, is music. You feel me? As much as I try to get away from it and put it down and do this and go to school and shit like that or whatever, music was always there. So it's like, why would I not believe in myself? If I have all this talent in the world
Facts.
and I'm doing all of this shit, what am I doing it for? Not for fucking tricks entertainment. You feel me?
Facts.
Like, I'm doing it for me because I actually enjoy it and I actually believe in myself and I actually think and know that I am capable of being who it is that I want to be. And so I would tell my younger self, stop doubting yourself, stop listening to other people, stop robbing yourself of things in your dreams, and just believe in yourself, period.
That's
and
real.
that sounds cliche, but it's really fucking true. It's really true.
That's facts. That is facts. We covered a lot. We covered a lot.
I fuck with this. I
You
really fuck with this.
It's a vibe, right?
Yeah, it's
vibe.
really a fucking vibe.
Yeah. So where can the people reach you? You know what I'm saying? Where can people tap in with you, talk to you, converse with you, listen to your music? Let them know. Speak on it.
So all of my music is on all streaming platforms under Sunny SUNNY. Or you can just type in my last album, Blue Jeans.
Fire album.
Thank you. And I am currently only on Instagram at SunnyBad, SUNNYBADD.
That's 2 D's.
And definitely check out that Lush music video, y'all. Will not be disappointed. Lush is out everywhere on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal.
All that good shit.
Yeah.
So before I end it, I always got to give the people who I invite on their flowers. First and foremost, Sonny, I am so proud of you for everything that you've went through and overcoming everything. Just seeing your growth from when we first met back in 2018 to 2022 now has been amazing and inspiring. That is the reason why.
It wouldn't be a sentimental moment without a burp.
Exactly. But there's a reason why I have you for the first episode because, I got nothing but love for you. You always got my support, and I'm here rooting for you along the way, every step. You know what I mean? And I just want you to keep up the good work out here. And you are destined for greatness. You know what I'm saying? And these are the moments to where we can look back on and be like, damn, like, these were just good times, good moments to just sit down and chop it up. But all that to say is I love you. Keep up the good work out here.
Thank you.
And keep doing the damn thing, yo.
Period.
And that wraps up the first episode of Kickback at Dames. Stay tuned. We're going to keep it coming, but got Sunny Bad, you feel me? Your boy Kamus Leonardo.
Check out Lush. Me.
Shout out to Michael Rumpel, man. And Garrett Barefoot. His last name is Barefoot. I thought that was funny as hell.
I'm weak.